As the title says, Houston, we've got another problem. So, I was just about ready to start assembling the front legs. And I wanted to do the front legs because I figured that whatever the distance, get this going the right way, whatever the distance might be between here and here, it would be easier. Let me get this on here. Whatever the distance between here and the floor, that it would be easier to make that adjustment on the back legs so that this thing sits level. So I was about ready to install the front legs. So this guy was going to get attached here, and that part was okay. And then this guy was going to get attached here. And so then I was just double checking before I started drilling into my base here, because I want to attach this part first so that it's nice and solid. And then you can see I've got the holes there. And then I was going to set this guy up here and then mark those holes, drill those holes, and thread this piece. This was going to just, these two holes here are just going to be throughs. And then I was going to thread this portion here. And let's see, where's my tray of hardware? And then gonna screw these guys in. And that was going to then hold everything. I figured this was going to probably protrude some. Oh, it may not protrude. Oh, no, it'd be here. That if it protrude some. And let me just set this. Okay, so then the screw would have come through here. And if there would have been any excess, then I would have just ground it down. But it doesn't look like there'd be much excess, if any, at all. And then everything would look all nice. Or at least the hope is that everything would look nice. Get those back there without spilling all those. Okay, so first problem that I noticed is, here's my leg, here's the front, and you can see right here, and I did not see this in my head. I was seeing this, and I did not see how far back, because I wanted it to be more like this. And that's how I wanted that to be. I want the curves to be out in front, acting as legs to the shelf, not like that. So that was the first thing. It's like, okay, this is not going to look anything like I wanted it to look. And even then, I was for a bit there trying to decide, could I live with that? Could I live with that? And then the kicker was this right here. I didn't like that look, how far off this leg was. Whereas the back leg, imagine the straight, it's going to be flush against this back corner. And this would have had, let me get this orientation here. There we go. Whereas this had this mount, this side had this mount away, so there's this gap. And I didn't like that look, that gap right there. See where my thumb is? That gap right there. I did not want that. This guy has to be like this. So I stopped. Right when I thought I was on the cusp of being able to assemble this, I realized it wasn't going to look anything the way I had it in my head, and I was not going to be satisfied. So this will be put on hold. which is okay because I've got another project in mind that just came to me that I want to try. So that's going to be at least a weekend's worth of work. That's assuming it all falls together. If it takes more, if it doesn't work the first time, then it'll take a second week, and then I've got vacation coming up here pretty quick. So anyway, I mean, I get back to this for at least a week, and it may even be a couple of weeks over that, but that'll give me plenty of time to think about how I want to approach this. So the plant stand is going to be put on hold while I work on another project, and I think through how I want this to ultimately end up being, how I need to attach things. All right, I'm going to stop this here, just giving you the update. This plant stand, I thought I had it all figured out in my head before I started, and boy, was I not quite right on that. All right, next time you see a plant stand thing, I hope to have something figured out. Thanks a whole bunch for watching. If you found this video entertaining, informative, or any such things like that in any way, shape, or form, please like and subscribe. Blessings.